Eclipsed. Blight Curse. Now, I gotta admit, it looks tantalizing. Like, all of this Lorwyn Eclipsed stuff, like, I just want to shred this open and see what the cards look like. I gotta admit, what they did with Lorwyn Eclipsed was they got all the mega nerds definitely hooked, for sure. They saw just that lust for everything from, like, the Shadowmoor sets and everything that was coming out around the time of the Faeries, and I think they did really good with the art style. They definitely modernized it a lot more than I would have preferenced. But I think it still looks really good. So let's see what the commander deck looks like and the art of the cards in the deck. Now, obviously, you can look up a deck list, but I did not. I just knew I'd probably want a majority of these cards besides the red ones. So I might have trouble reading some of the red ones. They just recently stopped putting the collector booster sample packs in these, and everybody was super salty about that. I'm gonna admit I was a little salty about that because they used to have a lot more with the precons. I used to really like the big, like, unplayable cards that they would give you. Then they downgraded the big unplayable cards into the super thick cardboard card. And I bet you they don't even have the super thick cardboard card in here anymore at all. Anti-Ool, the Curse Wretch. Infamous Bogart, spoken of only whispers. Anti-Ool is a tarot Shadowmoor. Is the Reaper King in here? Oh no, the Reaper King is no more, they say. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? Deck box. Oh, I love when they have a tab to open it with. Genius. So that is the commander. It's a Goblin Warlock for 4. It's a 4/4. It's got Ward, Blight 2. To Blight 2, a player puts 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature they control. Okay. Whenever one or more -1/-1s are put on a creature, draw a card if you control that creature. If you don't control it, its controller loses a life. Okay. So let's junk out of the way. Ooh. The Reaper King no more. When the Reaper King enters, put a -1/-1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Do this once each turn. Only once. I think I would probably end up playing that as the commander. Not gonna lie, that looks really fun. Taking stuff is always fun. Not only does somebody lose something, but you gain something. Wickersmith's Tools. Whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature, put a charge counter on this artifact. It taps for 1 for mana. You can sacrifice it, create X tapped Scarecrow artifact, or X the number of charge counters. A little expensive, a little slow, not great. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card and Blight 1. That is pretty good. So it slowly kills itself until it goes away. I like that. Eventide Shadow. Remove any number of counters from among the permanents on the battlefield. You draw a card and lose a life for each number. That is really good too. That looks fun. Variant return. Put 1, 2, or 3 target cards from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Each of them with... A little expensive, but for precons, it's definitely a fun card. Oh wow! I like that. Okay, just gotta say, so far I am digging the deck. I just you also notice I haven't seen any red cards yet, so. Become the Monarch. At your end step, if you're the Monarch, return 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever your creature you control dies, each opponent loses a life, you can gain a life. Little slow, not the greatest. Off-napped Goat. Oh, I love that art. Yeah. 2 mana for a 0/5. For 1, you can draw a card, gain control of this creature, put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh, only your opponent's activates. When this creature dies, if it had 1 or more counters on its owner, draws that many cards, and each other player loses that much life. Okay, I bet you there is a combo on here to, or not in the deck, but there's a combo with this card where you could put like 40 -1/-1 counters on it, and each other player will lose that much life. Yeah, I could see that happening. Alright, the red card. When this creature enters, it deals 1 damage. Oh. Lame. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 with a counter on it dies, you may return another target permanent card with mana value less or equal to the number of counters on that creature from the graveyard. Huh. Might be a little slow, maybe in precons. When it enters, create a number of saplings. Number of counters among. Okay. Double the number of each kind of counter on target creature. It's just too much mana to drop, and then you got to get around to tap it. It's cool that it's a Tree Folk Druid, because I think Tree Folk is definitely a type that needs a little bit more of. Ooh, a Tree of Perdition. This one was really expensive not too long ago. I bet you this dropped its price a little bit, right? Focus, buddy. Yeah, so it's a 0/13 for 4 with Defender. You can exchange target opponent's life total with this creature's toughness. So this creature's toughness will become 40, and their life total would become 13. And that is the not goods. Necroskidder. This was also a little expensive. I heard that this set might have dropped like the price of a couple things, so this is definitely one that I could see the price going down. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may return that card to the battlefield under your control. Okay, I really like the deck so far. Ignoble Hierarch, that's a good one. Nesting Grounds, move a counter from target permanent you control onto a second permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. That's pretty useful in the deck. Massacre Girl, too. That is fun. In a pre-con meta, this is a good card. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, if its toughness is less than 1, draw a card. So whenever they get enough -1/-1 counters on it to kill it, that would trigger this, and you would draw. And then whenever somebody blocks, they get -1/-1 counters on it, so that it would trigger this card also. So, super good card in this deck. Grave Titan. Okay. Some people be hating on Grave Titan. I love Grave Titan. That is my rot belly boy. Vraska? Oh, this deck list is nuts. Alright, the -9. If target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters to equal the difference. So it automatically sets somebody at 9. For 0, you draw a card, lose a life, proliferate, and -2, target creature becomes a treasure artifact with sacrifice this, add 1 mana. So it just loses all abilities. And loses all of their card types and abilities. Yep. Interesting choice for the deck, but Scorpion God. Okay. So that is actually synergistic with the deck. Red is trying. With all the proliferate, I can see the planeswalkers being very valuable. Chameel, you get the big planeswalkers, big spells through. Definitely needed in the deck. I like that for a precon. That could be fun. I could see that being fun. The Puppeteer. I know this boy. I love taking people's stuff. Dark Urchins. Dusk Urchins. Whenever a creature attacks or blocks, put a -1/-1 counter on it. When this creature dies, draw a card for each -1/-1 counter on it. Black Sunset Oath. That's going to be really synergistic with the commanders. I don't like that one. Persist is fun. The Wither effect. Killing stuff. It can get you a lot of cards or something. This is probably high value in the deck for sure. I just wonder how many discards or cycling outlets there are. Poison Visor. This guy was a popular commander, like 2015 again. So probably very strong in the deck in general. So let's see what he does. Let me just go back to him. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you put that -1 counters on target creature. Whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch. Making a bunch of snakes, putting a bunch of -1/-1 counters down. Obviously important. I actually made a commander deck with this as my commander. Really fun. Probably like bracket 3. Oh, more Wither. That's really good. Assassin's Trophy. Great removal. Grim Poppet. This would be one of the ones I'd cut from the deck almost immediately. Just go through the lands really fast. It's obviously the normal land base, a bunch of tap lands if you want mixed color. I don't know why they can't fix that. Lasting Tarfire. Red. Okay, that looks fun. For a pre-con, it's fun. Bloatfly, Infestation. This is another one that went up or went down in price after this reprint, and I'm glad. It was a cool card. Fire Covenant. Oh, wow. They reprinted this? Beautiful, beautiful reprint. I'm glad to see it. I hate the card. I absolutely hate getting blown out by that card, but I am glad to see it. Arcane Sigil. Skin Render. I used to play this in my old Drotha so long ago. This creature enters, puts -1 on each creature. That's not bad for 4. Incremental Blight. I remember playing this. A lot of -1s. That's decent removal. This is really good for the deck. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Devoted Druid, really? You're giving these kids a loaded gun in a pre-con? Oh, we'll just say it's the infinite ammunition to a gun, right? Devoted Druid. Flourishing Defenses. This was another one that dropped because of the deck went and got sold. Putrefy. I remember when Contagion Clasp actually like cost something, like blowing up stuff. It should cut. Red cards can't read. Should cut these shit lands. Sorry, I should cut bad lands. God. Oh my gosh, what are they doing to people with these lands? And a bunch of tokens. The art they chose, huh? They're good. It's a good zombie choice. It's not the worst zombie choice. Let's focus that. Overall, if it was pre-con night, I think I'd want to pick this one up. This would be one of the ones I would play. I like the Faerie theme. I've got a Faerie deck, and I think if I don't know which commander I would play for sure. No, 100%. I'd be playing Reaper King no more. There's no question about it. So yeah, I'll give the deck like a B+. I really like the look of everything.